Hello friends, welcome to Insight Learners. So in this video we shall discuss the TCS NQT questions analysis which was asked on March 10th 2021. So we shall see the sexual analysis of each part. So various sections which was the most topic that was asked in the exam. So the first section one you can say quantitative aptitude. So basically there were 26 questions to be answered in 40 minutes. And I can say this part it was the questions from this part were more complex, and in fact the time limit is also less, like 26 questions to be answered. Like you need to solve each question, and it is not that much easy to solve it within 40 minutes. So you need lot of practice to solve the questions. And next thing is that we shall discuss which were the topics that the questions were basically from. So first thing is the first topic you can say time and work. So under this section, the time and work, you can say the question was asked on time and work. And next thing is that partnership. So partnership, basically within the partnership the questions was from the share of a person, what is the share of a person. And next thing is that the questions were from percentages under this section. And the next one was the questions were based on ages. And next thing is that the ages, the questions on ages, it will be simple and you can easily solve this question. And next thing is that the questions was from time and distance. So time and distance. And next thing is that the questions from this part you can say the questions were on data interpretation. So under this section they also asked the questions on data interpretation. So data interpretation. So within this data interpretation they asked the question was on pie chart. You can accept the question that was asked on pie chart. And next thing is that the questions were from pipes and cisterns. So questions were from pipes and cisterns. And next thing is that the questions they also asked the questions on geometry, like area of rectangle. So given an area of rectangle as well as perimeter given, so you need to find what's the length. So there was a question from geometry. So it was basically the question was from area of rectangle. So next part, so it was basically the question was from area of rectangle, and the area was given and the perimeter of the rectangle was also given, and you need to calculate the length. So you can solve such kind of question. And if you know geometry properly, and if you know the formula for area of rectangle, area of circle, square, everything, so the question was on geometry. And next thing is that the question was from number system. So within number system there was an equation and you need to find the value of x. And second thing is that there was question on factorization within number system. So there was an equation, lengthy equation, and you are going to find the value. You need to reduce the equation and you need to find what is the value. So for each question within the quantitative section there were options that were provided. So next thing is this time the quantitative aptitude part, it was a bit complex, and even the time was not sufficient to solve all the questions. So you need lot of practice in order to solve all the questions from this part. So it comes only by practice. So these were the sections basically they were, and the main thing was profit and loss. So there were questions from profit and loss. And there was one question from you can say compound interest. So there was one question which was asked under compound interest. So compound interest was one of the topic, the questions that was asked under the quantitative section. So this is all the, you can say this is all the analysis of quantitative aptitude. The questions were from time and work. So there was one question from time and work. Then partnership, basically they asked on the share of a person. Then percentages, ages, it was simple. Then time and distance, from time and distance there were around 2 to 3 questions. And data interpretation, there was a pie chart, and then and they just asked the question, like there were two questions based on this. Then after that, pipes and cisterns, and then geometry. So basically you need to be known with formulas, then you can easily solve this question, as well as number system, like there was an equation, you need to find the value of x, and then after that profit and loss. So then the last part you can say compound interest. So there was one question from compound interest. So next thing is we shall move to the next section, the question that were asked in verbal ability. So you can say verbal ability question. So similarly, in case of verbal ability, there were 24 questions, and which needs to be solved in 30 minutes. So the questions like verbal ability and reasoning, it was not that much complex, and you could easily manage and you can solve this. So if you know like reasoning part and verbal part, so you can easily solve this, and you can also solve the questions within the 30 minutes. But in case of quantitative, it was bit complex this time. So then verbal ability, like there were questions, like the questions were closest test. So you can say there was a closest test. So closest test, so the closest test means which is nothing but, so there was a closed test, which means like there was not a single sentence, like you need to fill in the blanks. Like there was like there were around 3 to 4 sentences, and for each sentences there was a fill in the blanks type. So like it was a small paragraph, you can say, like small paragraph, and within the paragraph there were around many blanks, and you need to fill it with the proper answer. So for that you can say it was a closest test, you can say it was like closest test. So the questions, like there were around around 2 to 3 questions were such, like there were around 3 to 4 sentences, and each sentence included the blank, and you need to fill it with proper appropriate word. So for that you say closest test. And then the next thing is that like verbal ability, you can accept the similar question, like there were, questions were from reading comprehension. So reading comprehension, so there were 2 reading comprehension part, and you can say the passage like it was not that much big, so you can say the length of the passage, you can say it was less, and you could easily read the comprehension, and like you can easily read it and answer the questions. So then reading comprehension was one of the part. And next thing is that finding error in the sentence. So there were around 4 to 5 questions, like find the error in the sentence. So find the error in the sentence. So next thing is find the error in the sentence. The next thing is like there were questions from parts of speech, like there was a fill in the blanks, and you need to fill it with appropriate parts of speech. So it can be and parts of speech questions, like in verbal ability you can accept many questions from parts of speech, like tenses. So also tenses, like there will be like fill in the blanks, and you need to fill it with proper tenses something. So then you can say there were questions from closest test. So many of the questions were from closest test. Then reading comprehension, there were around 2 reading comprehension. Then find the error in the sentence. So there were around 4 to 5 questions, like there was a sentence, and then you need to find is there like error in the sentence. So like such questions were asked in the verbal ability. So next thing is that, and also there were questions like find the meaning. So it was asked within the reading comprehension, like find the meaning. So it was asked under the reading comprehension, like find the meaning of the passage. So find the meaning. So find the meaning of the word which conveys in the passage. Which conveys in the passage, which means you need to find the meaning, or you can say synonym for that word. So there was a question from verbal ability. So these were the questions from verbal ability section. And next thing is that we shall quickly see the section 3, that is the reasoning part. So within the reasoning part, it was around there were around 30 questions, and we need to solve it in 50 minutes. So there were maximum questions from reasoning, and it covered various topics in reasoning part. So you can say the first question was like the questions were from blood relation. There were two questions from blood relation. Like one was there was an equation like Q into P plus S minus U and minus U, and they just asked what is the relationship. So from here, so with the help of equation, and they also gave like Q into P means Q is the father of P, and S minus U is nothing but like A minus U is nothing but A is the brother of U, like such. The starting they gave the question and then they gave an equation and they asked how Q is related to U. So these were like there were two questions from blood relationships. And next thing is the questions were from data sufficiency. So in case of data sufficiency, like they gave the statements. So they gave statements and then they gave the options, and like the questions were are the two conclusions that are sufficient to answer the question. So like you need to choose from the four options, like whether only one option is suitable to answer the given question, or you can say both the options were suitable to answer the question. So like such data sufficiency questions were there. There were around 3 questions I can say. So data sufficiency, then after that syllogism. So syllogism, it is one of the easy topic and you can easily solve the questions, and the questions were also easy. So you can, there were 2 questions from syllogism, like all apples are mango and whether and all mangoes, such questions were from syllogism. There were 2 questions and it was easy. You can say you can solve it if you know how to solve it. And the next thing is that there were questions on number series and alphabet series. So number series and alphabet series, so you can easily solve the question. So alphabet series also it was easy, like they just reverse the wrote the like the alphabets were the reverse of that, and there were around you can say like A B C D E F G. So there were around the 4 different alphabets, you can say. Like there were 4 words, and the first 2 words were reversed and second 2 words were not reversed, and one word was so like the middle 2 words were reversed. So like if they asked the question like which of this series is different. So like you need to choose one word from that which is different, like which is not. So the two were reversed and the other 2 were like only first 2 letters were reversed, and the other was like only the middle word was shifted to end, you can say. So easily you can find out like which is different from that. So like from alphabet series, that was the question that was asked. So next thing is coding and decoding. So then the questions were from coding and decoding, and then after that implicit as well as explicit. So implicit as well as explicit questions, like these are the questions that were asked from reasoning part. So implicit or explicit, like there was a question and whether you can say the conclusion. So they gave the conclusion and you should say like whether it is implicit or the explicit. And next was the next question from reasoning part, you can say analogy. So there was only one question from analogy part. So the question was like this. So you can say numismatist is to coins. Then after that they gave a blank and you are going to say is to stamps. So you can say the answer for this is, you can say a philatelist. So this was the question that was asked under the analogy part in reasoning. So they asked like numismatist is to coins and dash is to stamps. So you can say that the person who collects coins, we can call him as numismatist, and the person who collects the stamps, we can call it as philatelist. So this was the question that was asked in the analogy part, that is within the reasoning section. So these were topics that were basically they focused on reasoning part. And next we shall see the important part, that is the programming part. So next section you can say programming. So like section 4 you can say programming. So within this programming, the first section you can say there was a programming logic. So programming logic, so finding the logic of the code. So basically there were 10 questions and you need to answer it in 15 minutes. So 10 questions to be answered in 15 minutes. So the first question within the programming logic, you can say the question was from software development life cycle. So software development life cycle. Software development life cycle, you can say SDL. So within this there was one question from software development life cycle that it's like they gave one model and they just asked like this model is useful for. So the options are like adoption. So there was such option and there was only one question from SDL. And the next thing is that the question was from within the programming logic. The next so you can say the question was from loops. Like they just gave a question and like we need to suggest through options. So there were various options like if loop, while loop, do loop, as well as for loop. So you need to choose from the option like based on the question like which loop is suitable for performing the action. So the question was such that. And next thing is that the question, the one programming logic question, it was on stacks. So like if you are removing, so the one question was from stack. So if you are removing an element from an empty stack, so removing an element from an empty stack, so from an empty stack is called dash. So this was the question that was asked within the stacks. So you can say that there were options like underflow, overflow, push, as well as pop. So push is basically to push the elements into the stack, and pop is to remove the element from the stack. So for inserting element into stack we call push, for removing we call pop. So there were remaining two options left, one is overflow as well as underflow. So overflow, you can say that if the stack is full then we call it as overflow. So remaining option is underflow. So if you are removing an element from an empty stack, if the stack is empty and if you try to remove an element, so then it is called as underflow. So this was the simple question that was asked within the programming logic. So then next question, it was from, so you can say it was from sorting. So there was a question based on the sorting, like so there was question and the options were like quick sort, merge sort, like which sorting algorithm is suitable in order to perform the, that is the based on the question, which sorting algorithm is suitable. So the options were like quick sort, merge sort, bubble sort, and so the question was like there are set of elements you can say, and those are sorted. So then after that you need to arrange the elements so that their sorting order is not changed. So there was such question and the options were like quick sort, merge sort, and which sorting algorithm is sufficient for that. So the question was based on sorting algorithm. And next thing is that find the output. So next part of programming logic question was find the output for the code. Find the output for the code. So like such there were three such questions like find the output for the code, you can say. So there were three such questions and the one question it was simple. So one question like it was on operators. So like one question was from operators, like there were two variables like n01 as well as n02, and they also gave the value like something, it was around 568, 850, and then after that you need to perform. So like you need to perform like n01 equal to n01 plus n02, n01 plus n02. So again like n02 is equal to n01 plus n02. Also like this step like addition, subtraction, there were around 4 such operations which needs to be performed, and for this there was no options. So there was a simple box and in which you need to write the correct output for that code. So even the question was it was asked for 1 marks, so there was no option for this question. So like by performing the operation you need to just write the output. So and the next thing is the next question was similarly like find the output for the code. One more question was based on, it was on variables. So it was on variables, like initially the variable int a equal to 40, and then after that you are going to print the value of a. So like printf %d. So printf %d a. After that you are going to increment the value of a, that is pre-increment. So it is within one single loop. So again newly the value a is initialized. Again now the value of a is 30, and then you are going to try to print the value of a. So like the question was printf %d comma a, and like there were options for this and which value is printed, like the value a is whether 40 is printed or value 30 is printed. So here you can see, so here a equal to 40, so it is within this loop. So a is 40, we are going to print a in such in this case. So then after that the value of a is incremented, so value of a becomes 41. So next again a is initialized, and then after that a is equal to 30, printf %d a, and this, so this a was within the main function. So this a was within the main function, and then if you try to print the value of a, like what was the value of a, so the options were, so you can say the answer is 30, because whenever you are going to execute a code, the first thing is the main loop is executed, so the value 30 is printed. So this was simple code that was asked within the programming logic. And next question was on graph. So next question, there were 3 coding questions. So next question it was on graph. So they gave a simple graph which included a root node, then left subtree and the right subtree, and then after that so they just asked to perform an operation like such. You are going to replace the left subtree with the root node, like what is the what will be the value of that. So it was it was the question on graph. So you need to perform, like if you are replacing the node, so what will be the value of that root node. So that was the question that was asked within the graph, so within the programming logic. And there was one more question which was on pseudocode based. So there was a question, there was a pseudocode, and then you need to find the output for that code. So you need to find the output of the given code. So it was on pseudocode based question. And then after that, so one more, I think it was again like find the output of the codes. Many of the questions were from find the output of the code. There was around 3 to 4 questions you can accept. So you can expect from programming. So within programming languages there were around 3 to 4 questions. Find the output for the given code. So next thing is that so the last part, that is hands-on coding. So hands-on coding 1. So in case of hands-on coding 1, there was one question to be solved in 15 minutes. So there was only, the question was only one, and which needs to be solved in 15 minutes. So here the question was like such. So it was there were 15 minutes and there was only one question. So if you clear all the test cases in coding 1, then only you will be able to solve the coding 2 question. So if you can just pass only 2 or 1 test case, so there were 2 test cases to be solved. So if you can clear only 1 test case, so within that 2 test cases there are again 3 private, or you can say hidden test cases. So totally there were 5 test cases. So if you clear all the 5 test cases, then only you will be moved to hands-on coding 2. So we shall quickly discuss like what was the question that was asked in the coding 1. So the question was like this. So the question was there's a project manager. So there's a project manager having a team of 5 members. So having a team of 5 members. So having a team of 5 members, and then after that the question was like project manager. So project manager gives the task to be completed in a given time. So project manager is responsible and he gives the time and he decides how much time it needs to be completed on a single day by whole team. So the project manager, he gives the task to be completed in given time. And also he decides how much tasks to be completed on a single day. So there were basically team of 5 members. So and also he decides, like the project manager decides. So project manager decides how much how much time it takes. How much time it takes to complete the project. So complete the project, and there were actually the 5 members in a team and there were 2 persons. So 2 members used to work. So 2 members work for full day. So you can say 2 members work for full day and remaining 3. So remaining 3. So remaining 3 works for. So remaining 3 works for half day. So this was the question that was asked within the coding 1 section. So then after that, so there was an input given. So the input was like n is the total task to be completed. So n is the total tasks to be completed. And second thing is that there was a t. So t is nothing but that was the time. So then t is the, so there was a t, that is the number of tasks to be completed. So t is nothing but number of tasks to be completed. And next thing is that the days, d is nothing but that's the number of days that are needed to complete a task. So d is nothing but the number of days needed to complete the task. So this was the input that was given. So the input is basically, it has 3 inputs, which includes n is the total task to be completed, and t is the number of tasks to be completed, and d, it's the number of days that is needed to complete a task. So this was the input of that, and then the output, that was there were 2 cases which needs to be done. So the case 1 as well as case 2 was there, and then the first thing is that the case 1. So there was a case 1, like the case 1 was that number of tasks, you can say total tasks were 50, and then number of tasks to be completed was 2, and number of days was 10, and then it should print the output. So here, so half day, and then after that, so if the task can be completed within the given time, then it should print 1. So the question was again, if the task could be completed, so if the task could be completed within the given time, so within the given time, then it prints, so then it prints 1, else it prints 0. So this was the question. So then after that, this was case 1. So like the case 1, you can say the total task was 50 and the number of tasks to be completed is 2, and the number of days was 10. So you can say number of days are 10. So the number of that is a team of people, which includes the 5 person. So 5 people, the team includes 5 members. So each team has 5 members, then which means there are 50. So they can easily complete the 50 tasks. So that is, each team has 5 members, you can say. Then you can say the number of days to be completed within 10, and then if number of tasks to be completed is with 1 day, you can complete 2 tasks, then you can easily complete the 50 tasks. So therefore the output, it should print as 1. So the output should be 1 in this case. And second case was, and the case 2 was like there were 50 tasks to be completed and the number of tasks was 2 and the number of days was 2. So this is not possible to complete the task because you cannot, so if the number of tasks to be completed is 2 and number of days needed, so within 2 days you cannot complete the entire 50 tasks. It is not possible. So therefore it should display the output as 0. So this was the question that was asked on hands-on coding. So hands-on coding 1. So this was the question asked in TCS NQT. So once you are done with this and once you clear the test case, then only the hands-on coding 2 will be, like you can solve the hands-on coding 2. So you can say this was the coding question. So the section 1, you can say hands-on coding 1. The question was simple and you can solve it in 15 minutes. So with using the loops, and you need to check for the condition with the loop. If it is equal to total task, then you can easily print 1 or you can print no. So if the task can be completed, within a given time, you need to use a loop. And if the task, so like you need to do the number of days into the, that is a team which includes 5 members. So number of days into the team, and like if it matches with the total task and if it can be completed, so it should print the value 1. So if it is not, then you can use a else loop and you can print the value 0. So you can easily solve this. So once you are done with that, so the next part, like it will be hands-on coding 2. So it will be hands-on coding 2. So hands-on coding 2, again this hands-on coding 2, there was again one question. So there was one question that to be answered in 30 minutes. So more than this question, so this is 15 minutes and this is 30 minutes. You can see it is the coding question for hands-on coding 2, it is slight, you can say complex than the first one. So if you just solve the one coding question, like if you could match either 1 or 2 test case, then you can easily clear the exam. So if you do well in verbal ability section, then after that reasoning part, and if you could solve only one coding question with around 2 test cases, then you can easily clear the test. So this is the complete analysis of the TCS NQT question which was asked on March 10th, 2021. So thank you friends for watching, and do subscribe our channel for more updates.